Ryan's off to whack it right now.
He's like, you know what? That's a damn good idea.
I got me a ruler.
I'm gonna go whack myself. It's a thick boy, real thick bad boy, and I'm a bad thick boy, and I'm gonna want it bad.
I'm gonna want it bad.
I'm gonna want it bad.
Bad.
Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrorble Opinions podcast. And as always, I'm your horrible host, Kenny, promising not to drag out our sex scenes.
I'm a ghost, Daniel.
Have you ever wondered, if I was sucking on your toe and you were sucking on my thumb, would we be sucking that under the same full moon, Ryan?
Oh my god.
Think about it. Are you? Are you doing it right now?
I'm thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it.
You think about it.
Thinking about dropping a rock on your ghost, Daniel.
No!
Thinking about how come you're soggy and you keep coming between me and my beloved Daniel.
Why are you just pelvic thrusting with that rock on you? It's weird.
I gotta get
I'll
my
never
calisthenics
let a ghost
in
come
sometime.
between us.
Oh.
What?
Just on us?
Oh, yeah. Ghosts come.
Of course, we're talking about Ganja and Hess right now, right?
No, we wouldn't do that to them again. We'd have a better time than that.
No, we're talking about the Korean remake, Thirst. Not the Thirst.
Not the Thirst.
Point that out.
Just Thirst. I seen a dick.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. Nice. Korean sausage there.
There was a dick in, well, not in, I don't know about in Ganjin, but in the other one.
Chaws? There's no penis
No,
in
in
Chaws.
the sweet blood Jabus.
Ah, yes, the sweet blooded we saw dick there. What is with these vampires? These new age vampires?
New age vampires
with,
like, oh, I don't like being a vampire.
I don't.
No, it's only the men who don't like being a vampire.
Yeah, she fucking
the women
loved it.
Full on board. Okay, they are more vampires than he ever. Is this me romancing the monster again? Because I feel like if I was there, I'd be like, yes, let's do this.
Let's do this. You know what? We got a whole country north of us. We can go get as much blood as we want and feel guilt free.
Well, I mean,
I don't know about any of what you just said. That sounds horrible. Who's the real monster?
Kenny is.
I am. It's always been me. What's the synopsis of this movie?
A Korean, because it's a Korean movie.
Oh, hold on.
What?
I didn't tell Kenny. I told Daniel. Kenny, I only watched this in Korean with no subtitles.
Yeah, he has no fucking idea what happened.
Can I try giving the synopsis first?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a pod first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try. So there's a priest.
I'll be mad if this is better than what I do.
Well, there's a priest. And
I said that. He's stealing my material.
There's some kind of
stealing
disease, and this priest volunteers himself for some kind of like vaccine experiment, only it goes good in the sense that they put the disease in him. It goes bad because it kills him, and then they give him some new blood, and that blood somehow has the vampire gene in it or something, because it brings him back to life, and it cures the disease, but then he has to keep going around feeding on people to keep the disease from coming back, and then some crazy woman comes and interrupts him during his birthday party for the terminal kids and brings him to her house.
A synopsis, not
and that's where he meets
the movie.
Ganja, okay? And then they have their affair and it all goes to wonderful places. Yeah?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, what's your synopsis, Daniel?
That. Pretty much that.
You want to know mine?
I was going to say, priest, get... what is that? Actually, I was just going to say what he said, pretty much.
I'll add, though, like, it's if Korea was like, okay, look, we can do Ganja at Hess. We can have a little bit of a slice of that Korean humor. But you know, it's 2009. You know what I really want this to feel like at times?
What?
I want it to feel like it has the majesty of fucking Spider-Man. We're out here fucking and city hopping, jumping around, but we're not going to be heroes. No. We're going to be vampires. But with, Spider-Man. Yeah. If only we could have got Evanescence to do a song for us, and we would have been like Daredevil.
And then we gotta have the thing that a lot of Korean movies do where there's just a random ghost when it's not a ghost story.
How much research did you do for this?
0.
Okay.
I watched the movie.
You watched the movie? I watched the movie, of course. Now, there is
Park Chan-wook.
a French book called, what is it? Thérèse Raquin.
Yeah.
And it is this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
They say that.
Do they?
Yeah, in the trivia.
Oh, okay.
He likes doing books.
So, Daniel, you ask, why is there a ghost in this movie? That's because there was a ghost in the book.
Right, but why is there a ghost in a book about vampires?
It's not about vampires. It's more like almost like a Romeo and Juliet situation. There's no vampires in that one. So it's not as cool, obviously. So basically what he's done is he took Pride and Prejudice and added the zombies. He took this book and added vampires.
He made them fight?
Yeah. I mean,
And
you
kiss.
saw them fight. Pretty good, their fights. So the ghost is there to represent, their guilt, Daniel.
No, it's a ghost.
Now, did it
This
have
is a
any
ghost.
payoff?
He's
No. Did it go anywhere?
No, the payoff is
No.
him humping and the guys between them. That's the payoff.
That's good payoff. Or then awkwardly laying in the bed where they can't fit because he's right there in the middle and he's making everything all wet. I honestly, though, before, I didn't know where they were going with that because, he puts his hands down her panties and he's like, oh, you're so wet. Is the bed leaking? What the hell's going on? And I'm thinking, well, he's a priest. He
Didn't get no
used to
sex
the-
education.
Yeah, so, he's confused about
Or
why
he
she's
goes to
super
that-
turned on.
Goes to that one guy's school of thought, you shouldn't be wet. That ain't right.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
This is one of my this is what took me out of the movie, Daniel. Okay? This is a celibate priest, and the first time he has sex, he lasts longer than 5 seconds? No.
He's a vampire, though.
No.
He's got vampire endurance, Ryan.
Yeah, there's
Nothing
no
about
blood in that
endurance.
dick.
It's all about feeling, sensation. So is what, just dead all down there?
Oh, yeah, always has been.
I thought he was whacking his third noodle with that
Instead of his leg. Yeah, I thought
with that ruler,
too.
and I'm
I
like,
thought that-
I think
Get
they
out!
should have had it. I thought he was trying to whack-a-mole it back down.
He probably, God didn't say he couldn't whack it all the time. This movie,
Pretty good.
It's too long.
oh, it's a good time.
Yeah, someone who watched it without understanding what people were saying would say that. And someone who watched it understanding what they would saying would also say that. I'm saying that as well.
Are you?
I'm gonna say that as well. They definitely could have. Come on, the opening shot is 15 seconds on just a doorway, a white doorway. And
So is that's the hospital that he just goes to give last rites at, right? Is that right? Or is that part of
Yeah.
part of where he lives? Where do priests live? Seminary?
And little
Convent?
boys.
No, it's nuns. In our hearts, Ryan.
In our hearts. Okay, so that's all white, and then at the end of the
All right.
movie, they've painted the entire that side of the apartment all white. Is that supposed to mean something?
No, they just wanted to pretend like they could be in the sunlight.
Oh, is that why they? I
I
figured that's
thought-
why they recorded the street outside and then played it
I
back.
thought they were painting it all white so that then when the big murder scene happens with all the people, that they would just be covered in red.
Just covered.
But that didn't
that's
happen.
That didn't happen. I feel like that was a missed opportunity, Mr. Chan-wook Park.
Amateur hour over
Fucking
here.
amateur.
So why does he volunteer? First off, why he was so enthusiastic about that really large man and his breathing problems. Did he just ask him, my dying wish, I wish you could get your crappy ass plastic recorder and play me a song like old days?
He did ask that. He wanted to hear that song again.
Oh, he was so happy to run down there, and then he's assembling it like he's assembling
How
a
often
rifle.
does anyone ask you to play on your fucking recorder? Never.
Never.
Let's be real here.
And it's right
that
over
guy,
there.
Oh, probably is. That guy, I identify with him quite a bit,
You're both
Like-
fat.
Breathes like
Well,
a pug.
on our deathbed, we're
Breathes
really
like
thinking
a
about
pug.
we're really thinking about cake.
Oh, yeah.
Like this cake, I carried this cake around all
But you wouldn't have shared.
day. I might not have. There's some, but I'll get into heaven though if I do share this cake that I carried around all.
Oh my god, this is great.
Day.
I knew he was talking about a cake by the way he was gesturing with his hands. It was either a cake or the last time he felt his wife. It was one of the two.
Cake.
Same thing. Same.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's cake. And ooh.
Why
yeah,
does he volunteer for the...
Because he wants to save lives, and he's heard of this.
Oh, he's got a
His
martyr
whole
complex.
thing
Hospital
is
thing.
He's trying to combine religion with science, and
We've seen how that works out.
Everyone's telling him, no, dog, you gotta fucking pick one.
Pick a lane.
Yeah.
How dare they?
And old blind man's like, look, man, I tried to tell you to be a doctor. but you didn't do it. Now, was that his real father or was that a priest's father?
Is that a hold on? Is that a real question?
I don't know.
He's an orphan.
Yeah, but like
So,
it's his
but
secret
is that his
dad.
real? Is he an
It
orphan
could be a
because he
secret
like?
dad.
Yeah,
You know.
because he keeps acting like like.
Well, I
hey,
mean, he
man,
raised him. You know.
So it's his father.
Yeah, it's his father.
That's his father.
His father owns a priest house. What do you call those?
A dealership.
Oh,
A dealership
a dealership of the Lord.
of the Lord. Yeah, they deal in the Lord.
We deal in the Lord around here. Might not know that. Yeah, right. He wants to save lives, so there's this radical facility. I'm gonna guess in Africa.
Yeah, they've got it so that the vaccine works on
It works on
Africans,
Africans, but it doesn't work on Asians.
Caucasians,
Or
and
Caucasians.
Asians.
Okay.
Which we've gone over how Caucasians aren't a thing.
Aren't a thing.
We gotta get a new word. Just call them white people.
So like anyone
Whiteys.
not African, now how far in Africa does it extend? Like all the way from South Africa up to Egypt? It'll cure all those people?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I don't think it's gonna cure any of them, honestly, because everyone died.
No.
All the white people.
Our
and the
priest didn't
Asians
die.
died.
No, he died.
Hey, bleh, I'm here to donate some
Bleh.
blood for
Like,
your
thanks for
vaccine trials. Bleh.
letting me join your trial, Dr. Ganja or Dr. Hess.
That's Dr. Hess. And Dr. Hess is like,
Dr. Hess.
yeah, man,
Hess wants sex.
respect.
Like, yeah, okay,
Are you
man,
gonna
but are you
drink that
coming here
blood
to
on the
like?
floor? If not, I'll look it up later.
Let's look it up. Are you coming here to like take my my title or you want to get my fame or like what are you here for? Why are you doing this? Like, nah, dog, man, I just want to help.
Okay, great. Say it to the camera, please. Oh, I want to help.
I want to help.
It's not that I want to be a martyr and have people look up to me like Jesus. It's I just want to help.
That, in fact, that makes me uncomfortable. But you know what doesn't make me uncomfortable? Top Gun volleyball scene. I was hoping they were going to go full into it.
You got to give the boys something to do while they're dying.
Out there volleyballing it up.
This is
No shirts on.
just to show his pre-vampire state. Lil Doughy.
He maintains
Well,
this
Dowie.
shape, Daniel.
No, he does not.
He does not?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I didn't watch the dough.
He
I
gets
don't know.
lean.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's lean, and you see his dick later.
That's right. That's a lean dick, Ryan, not a dough dick.
Ain't no dough dick. Ain't dough dick.
Talking about a dough dickahedron.
Yeah. So, okay, look. He dies.
what? No.
Would you say
Yeah.
Is the movie over
trial
then?
didn't go good, and then this
I
place
don't-
that was
you know what?
actually
I don't think they
inventing
actually.
COVID?
Yeah, I don't know if they actually had a protocol to use with him. They were just like, yeah, another one. Oh, it's another one. All right, give
He
him all
threw
the
up a
plasma
lot
bead.
of blood.
Another one. Through his flute. That was fun. Everyone liked that. He's in there, or his recorder. He's in there like, oh, you know what? It would make me feel really good right about now if I drop some sick
Right
fucking
about
beats.
now. Some blood down my
Right
throat.
fun-
Right fucking now.
Yeah. Blood, funk, soul, brother. I'm dead now.
Clean it up now.
Yeah, well,
I laughed.
When
I thought it was funny.
oh yeah, I giggled quite a bit in this movie, which I did not do into Sweet Blood. If I did, it was insanity giggles. Hey, but guess what? You know what?
What's up?
Give him a little blood transfusion after he's dead.
So why does this turn him into a vampire and it hasn't turned anyone else into a vampire?
Because
He's
there's
the
a
only
whole
one
other
who gets the blood.
there's a whole other side story that they just didn't tell
So
us
there's
about. Where did
also
that
like a
blood come
blood-
from?
So it's the start of a joke. A vampire goes into the Red Cross and he just donates,
And
some
donates
blood,
yeah.
and then he leaves.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it went to a Korean. Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Oh,
They're gonna be out there. He's gonna be like, I'm
Dude.
Korean Spider-Man.
He would have shown up to like take him under his tutelage, but he didn't speak Korean, so he's like, yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Put on sunblock.
Bleh.
Bleh. At least he came out of there dressed up like the Invisible Man.
Every time he is in full face gauze, walking around, talking to people, am I not supposed to be laughing?
It's adorable, right?
It's so.
Who
It's
told all those people outside the clinic that he was a miracle?
look at him. I mean, well, he is. He's risen from the dead.
Yeah, but how did they know that? Nobody should have known
Oh,
that.
they can't keep a secret there, okay? And they can
Look,
smell
Well,
it.
I mean,
They can
that
smell it
place
on him.
isn't. You don't think that place is gonna report on their one success?
Yeah, but don't say that he died and then came back. Just be like, hey, it works.
So then, but what worked?
The vaccine.
It.
No, the
Vaccine.
vaccine. No, he died.
He didn't
They
die.
don't need to know that. He's
If
clearly
he
dead.
had died, he'd be dead.
Oh my God. So he's now going to cause the deaths of a whole bunch more people because they think they're getting a good vaccine and really
Well,
they're
no,
getting
the
shit.
fact that it only worked on one person says it's a bad vaccine.
Yeah, the finger symbols need a little bit more work.
Oh.
But now he's got to walk out there. Immediately they're like, oh man, touch me, Father. Make me feel the Holy Spirit activate inside of my body. Save my kids.
My son's got ringworms. Can you touch him and get rid of them?
My son is kind of dumb.
My son, I hate him. Don't touch him.
Oh, no.
You know what? He doesn't deserve to be touched. We don't touch him
Oh, no.
in our house. Other houses, they touch him. We don't touch them. You know, let's get in this car. Let's drive all the way back to Korea.
From Africa.
You could do it.
No, because the people that are out there going, touch me.
Yeah, that's in Korea. He's already back in Korea. It's already 6 months later.
Yeah, because those are the same people he encounters like 2 more times.
Yeah, it's already that's
So it's
that's
already-
outside his Jesus
Seminary?
house.
Okay, good.
Damn. Well, we're a hero, though, back in Korea.
A legend.
Everyone wants me to touch you.
Wait,
You know
hold
what?
on. Everyone wants you to touch me?
Is that why
Yeah.
Crazy Mom comes over to get him to go over to her house?
Yeah, dog. That's
Oh.
her son. Her sweet baby boy.
This fucking kid, man, this guy.
Need to pop the titty out his mouth.
Mommy won't let him. That seal is like, it's titanium.
When he rips that giant fart and she lifts his butt to smell it, did you think she was checking if he shit himself?
I thought she.
I'm over
I'm like,
there with the wife.
but then I thought, they can. Maybe there is some medical thing. I mean, she wouldn't be able to tell because she's not a scientist or a doctor. She's just there to slap, the wife occasionally. But someone else could maybe have smelled that and go, you know what? I think something died in there.
Here's where you're wrong, Ryan. Because she does say, you know what? This smells a lot like when you had that, what was it, like gastritis. We should get you back into the doctor.
Let me go get your stomach medicine.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I'm just over there with the wife like, what the fuck?
It's kind of like how Hannibal smelled the brain cancer on that guy.
This is a shark.
Yeah. But she does it for butt stuff.
Okay, so we just wanted to bring the priest over so we could also smell it. And say, what do you think's wrong with this? Here, smell
We're
this.
like, hey,
Smell this. Come here.
can you come pray
Smell
for
this.
my son? Also, it's Mahjong night. Also, you're going to live
Well,
here?
also, they know each other. You probably didn't pick up on that because he didn't have subtitles.
I thought they
But
were like they knew
he
they had to have
he
known
was
each other
childhood
somehow.
friends with the shit boy.
Okay, but the priest didn't know the wife during
Right.
childhood.
Well, no,
right?
he knew the wife too. She lived with him.
What?
The wife was
Yeah.
raised as a sister to him.
See, this in the book, it's cousins who are basically raised together.
Pretty much the same thing.
Same. Only the cousin's like looks at the other cousin. She looks at him. Goes, "The fuck? I don't want. No.
So they're from the south of
No. And they're like, yeah. And she's like, oh, well, all right, fine. God damn it.
All right, I get the house.
I mean, yeah, but my mom's gonna stay with us.
Yeah, but when she dies and you die, I get the
She's
house.
never gonna die.
She never died. Evil lives forever.
Evil
Evil
lives
hasn't
tonight.
learned to die tonight yet.
One day, evil will learn to die in the morning.
So,
So, we're going to go over there. We're going to pray.
He's always been sick, right? He's always been sick.
He seems like a sickly boy.
Ugh.
Seems like
He's always
he
been
sucks.
sick in this movie.
What do you want from him? Like, she even feels sad about it because, he grabs her bum at some point, knocks her off the chair, and she's gonna slap some god into him, but then she looks at him
Well,
and he's
I think she stops because the whole family.
Yeah,
everyone-
no. stops 'cause everyone's watching.
She only stops because he's got a runny nose.
If
Well,
she
she's
had hit
like,
him,
disgusting.
his mother would have been on her so quick.
Like white on rice, whatever that means. But like, plus also that one dude who's there solo, that's retired, police chief, man. He ain't gonna stand for no crimes against men.
Only women?
Only women.
Okay.
And the other couple there, first off, hey, this lady, Filipino, so she's Catholic. Apparently that's automatic.
Yes.
But Ryan, the police
Maybe.
chief guy, he can let you fish at night somewhere where you're not supposed to.
This is good
is
to know.
dope.
This is good to know because I like fishing at night where I'm not supposed to, where no one can see me, let's say.
Wait, you and me, we go fishing in the dark, lying on our backs with rocks on our chests.
Going glug, 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 glug.
glug glug
It's
snow.
that old saying, Kenny. It's between a rock and the ghost trying to hump the rock. It's the place you don't want to be.
But you don't want to be in between the ghost and the rock.
Well, you don't want to
getting
be a
humped.
ghost with a rock in between two vampires trying to hump. Or maybe you do. I don't know your body.
I'm here to excite them into it. That's why I'm humping the air with the rock on my chest.
You're going to love it. I'm going to love it. You're going to love it. The Rock is not going to love it. That's
Dwayne Johnson.
Can you smell what was cooking? Yeah, it's some kind of dysentery out that man's asshole.
We're smelling people left and right in this movie. It makes me uncomfortable. So look, we get this mahjong game night, which the Koreans don't really appreciate. Okay, not like the Chinese.
I think it's okay. And would you rather they be playing dominoes?
That's what the police chief says.
That's what they say.
And the priest doesn't know how to play.
Yeah, he don't know. I don't think the wife knows how to play either because they don't let her.
Well, she's got to sit at the kid table making their sandwiches or whatever the fuck.
Like her name might as well be Dobby.
Yeah.
Dobby, do a sandwich. Yeah. Dobby, don't sit at the table.
And then like she's freed when Master gave her semen.
No, she's freed when Master gave her clothes.
Yeah, he gave her shoes.
Those were nice shoes. She didn't want those shoes.
I was actually talking about the Filipino wife.
Oh.
No, she seems like she's fine with her whole thing.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end, she's freed because Master gave her a jacket.
Puts a jacket over.
Yeah. Harry Potter stole from
That
this
wasn't
movie.
her master.
Oh,
it doesn't
it's
work.
Vampire
Your whole thing doesn't
master,
work.
Daniel. Vampire Master.
Just because you're a vampire don't make you my master.
I didn't vote for you.
Yeah.
Are you saying you're not going to lick blood off the floor with me? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
They wanted to wear shoes in that house like Americans.
For a reason.
Oh.
Everyone's a Capri Sun if you think about it. Once you pop, you just can't stop. So we set up this group here. Well, they don't matter. I mean, they're going to be an issue later, but who they are, they don't matter. Police chief guy, gives him, retired police chief guy, he gives him permission to go use that quarry, fishing place, whatever later.
And he tells them a bunch of stories about how he was a police chief in this rural village, and there was a bunch of stuff happening there. There was like a devil thing. There was a giant pig. A lot of fun stuff happened there.
It just keeps
They
happening.
have the best stories. I just wish they weren't 3 hours long.
This was only 2 hours, 12 minutes.
This was 2 hours and 40 minutes.
No.
Okay, Daniel watched the theatrical cut, apparently.
I watched whatever was on Amazon, because I ain't hooking up my Blu-ray player.
The 148-minute director's cut is what I watched.
See, that's only 220.
Yeah, 228.
Are you counting
what
the
fuck
credits?
did Ryan watch?
Who fucking knows what Ryan watched?
I watched it all.
A fan edit. Well, I mean, okay, so the cops over there talking about like the stuff he did in his village. The priest is like, yeah, well, I mean, I fought a like big monster thing, and like I rode a train for a while, and then I was in this house,
and then I was like, what if I lived in some rich person's house for a while?
Yeah, it's like,
we didn't actually live there. The other people lived there.
Yeah, but he was in that movie.
You're right.
It took me a second to figure out where I recognized that guy. I was like, I know this guy.
Oh, from every Korean movie ever?
Nah, he's not in every
Only the good ones.
He's in the good ones.
Only the ones worth watching, am I right?
Because the hosts, Parasite, and Snowpiercer are all fucking great.
So how long does the priest go from moving into childhood friend's house to Capri Sunning a patient at the hospital?
Okay, so I'm watching this. I'm like, okay, the big cake patient, he's like, his heart stopped, okay? And so the nurses are trying to get stuff rolling here, get him like CPR, stuff like that, after the flute thing and everything. Did it feel like to you when the doctor walks in, he's just dragging fucking ass? I'm like, he walks in, I'm like, this guy has no sense of urgency here. Is he just that badass? He's like, yeah, I got him.
I thought there was some weird social status play going on that I wasn't aware of or understood, because the priest is going to Pound Town on the chest to get that heart going back.
Yeah.
But that's not his job.
It's not his job.
The doctor walks in and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? That's what his eyes are telling me. He doesn't say that, but it's like, what are you doing? That's not your job.
Ryan,
I'm a doctor. You're the sorry priest.
What you don't understand is the doctor was dragging ass, and that's what he has his confession about, a year later with Invisible Man Priest.
I didn't see this scene.
No?
Okay,
so when the Invisible Man Priest comes back and he's working the confession booth, the doctor is in there talking about how I was just so tired of hearing this cake story. And he only had like 2 months to live probably anyway. So like I heard the call and I'm like, what if I just walk a little bit slower?
You making this up?
I'm not. It was in the fucking director's cut. He's like, And so, I get there and I do it and I'm not expecting him to live because I'm like, whatever, it's 2 months. But then he doesn't die, but there's brain death and he just goes into a vegetative state. And it's been a year since then. He could have still been alive. And then the priest is like, so you feel guilty? And he's like, no, not really guilty. I just feel uncomfortable every time I see him.
Why won't he die, Daniel?
Yeah.
Why won't you die? Why can't I kill you?
Yeah, Kenny,
Right?
I got that the doctor did not give a shit about this patient
but I didn't
when he
expect
walked
him
in.
to admit it. I didn't know if it was like poor acting there or just like some cockiness of the doctor. And in the end, it's like, no, he straight up was like, I want him to just kind of fucking die. I'm like, okay, bold choice. But now Priest Man knows like, well, maybe he's alive for a reason.
And that reason is to feed me.
To feed me. He wanted to feed those starving chicks with his cake. He would want me to do this. And he's already hooked up. I just go in there, pop it out the IV, do a little slurp, and then pop it back in the bag, and we're good to go.
Except he's a little bit disgusted with himself, and so he attempts suicide right after that.
It's hilarious because it clears up the pox he has, like whatever bumps are all over his body. And then, yeah, he does. He just walks over to the window and just straight out onto a car. And I'm like, whose fucking car was that? Someone's gonna
that's
be very
the real victim
confused.
in this movie is whoever's car that was.
Yeah, like, what next? Is he gonna go steal some fucking jet skis? I thought Ryan was doing a fucking
Dab him. Dab on the haters.
He's dabbing. I was like, yeah, he dabs, and then he falls out the window.
I could see that happening in this movie.
Oh, for sure. Then he gets up off the car and just walks away. Like, goddamn. And so now, where do we find young vampire father?
The rest of this movie becomes a bit of a blur because it's too long, and there's not. So the next set piece, I guess I remember, is gonna be scenes of the wife going outside and running the streets barefoot.
Which she does, because she wants to get out of that hell of a life she's in, so she just don't give a shit. That's her expressing her own, taking her own life into her own hands. Like, she can go out there without fucking shoes.
And at some point during one of these runs, she encounters the priest, who has now, like, vampire strength, and just kind of, like, picks her up, gives her his shoes, puts her in the shoes.
Yeah, and I think bouncing around between the start of their stuff is he's going back and forth to Blind Priest, telling him everything that's going on. And Blind Priest is like, yeah, take some of my blood, dog.
He's like, okay.
Yeah, I can do that, Blind Priest.
At one point, to show that Blind Priest that he is, in fact, I guess not in the show, to help explain that he is a vampire, he has Blind Priest put his hand in his chest and feel his heart as it's beating.
Oh, yeah, that's such a great scene.
Don't squeeze it so hard.
If he had accidentally popped that heart, would he have died?
I don't know. What are the rules?
I don't
feel
know.
like maybe. Just, put a thumb in it.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Shouldn't the wound have like healed while the Blind Priest's hand was in there and then they're stuck together?
Oh, romantic. I've got your heart. Got your hand. But it does heal pretty quick. That comes into play later, kinda. So, you know what? What if me being a vampire now has enhanced, all my senses, but also enhanced my need for these sinful desires?
Oh, okay.
Like having Taco Bell at midnight?
Taco Bell at midnight, or like
Better.
I'm chubbed up all the time.
That's right. The taco meat, it's down there.
Okay.
You're gonna want it.
That's my pickup line. I don't have a follow-up.
The taco meat. Hey, tits. The taco meat.
Ooh.
It's down there.
That came out a
Jump
little
on.
strong.
Eyes down here.
That came out a little
Eyes
strong.
down here.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a holy man. Do you like what's going on down there?
You want to like what's going? Look, I know you have a husband and all.
And she's like, yeah, I hate him. He sucks. Have you seen him?
Yeah, I seen him, but like, I don't know, man. I'm a priest. Like,
Yeah, but now you're
What am
like
I
a
supposed to do?
vampire. I mean, I don't know that yet, but I can tell you're a big, strong man. And when my husband like knocked me off his lap, you were the only one to help me back up. So how about we go downstairs into our shop where my mother-in-law is forcing us to make like traditional Korean clothing that no one's coming in to buy.
and we fuck.
And we have really awkward sexy time down there.
Okay, yeah, but it's gonna be over quick, right?
Right?
Like it's gonna be like a quick, I don't know, like a minute long, right?
If that, right?
Oh, it's going to be 10 minutes?
Well, I mean, you've been a priest for how long? Like 30 years, something like that? Yeah, I imagine it's probably going to be like an in and out situation. It's probably going to be
They're
very,
going to get burgers?
very,
That's
very
right.
quick situation. So let's just start
Now
going
you're
to town.
talking my style.
And, we're doing it's not an awkward sex scene at all. Best I've ever seen. Love it. Loved everything that happened in it. It's great. Only thing I didn't like is that they were interrupted by the in-law, kind of.
Right? How dare they?
How dare they? And
Yeah,
why is she calling her for? Because to get something for the sick husband?
of course.
Yeah,
She's got
she's
legs.
supposed to be fucking heating up his water pad.
God, he's so cold. He's always so
He's
cold.
always cold.
Everyone else is sweating.
Also, she's like, yeah, but I'm not shy. But I'm not shy. And then she just keeps like covering her exposed parts.
Well, she's
I'm like,
teasing him.
it's like,
She doesn't want to
And then
hit
she
him with
shows him-
everything at once. She knows he'll like get all embarrassed.
He'll
and
fucking
his little cheeks will turn red.
blood will
explode
shoot
in
out
his
of his
pants.
nose.
well, she shows him and then he looks away and then she covers it again. And I'm like,
He's
I think
the
you're shy,
No,
dude.
he's the shy one.
I think they're both shy. Everyone's shy these days.
She is not shy.
Too shy. Well,
She's a freak.
yeah, she goes
She
up.
is a freak.
And Daniel,
Freaky freak.
She,
what is this?
You know what she ends
mother-in-law
up doing
do
to him?
her? What?
This is the second time I've gotten to her.
Oh Jesus! What?
Oh, no.
I think we've gotten our signals crossed here.
Oh, no.
We'll try again.
Every opportunity I get.
Wife
Oh,
goes
no.
back upstairs to find out what that nagging mother-in-law wants. And what does mother-in-law do to her, Daniel?
She hits her.
Now that ain't right.
With a sword.
No, this isn't Highlander.
What do you mean with a
Should be.
sword? What are you talking about?
You didn't let me finish. A sort of slap, but maybe she wanted to close her fist.
Oh, a sort of.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at your eyes. You said sword, dude.
So, this is the start of a great new romance between this dude's wife and her father, the priest. The priest, not the father in the holy sense.
He ain't a priest anymore. He's a vampire.
He ain't disavowed the Lord yet, and he's still trying to figure out how to be a vampire without going to hell.
Kind of like how they was telling him you can't do science and priesty stuff. You gotta
Okay,
pick
but hear
one.
me out.
He
Hear
can't
me
do
out.
vampire and priesty stuff. He gotta pick one.
No, I'm going to be a vampire. I'm going to be a priest, and I'm going to be one hell of a lover. Okay?
And a good friend.
Who's he a good friend to?
Maybe not.
His lover's husband.
How?
He doesn't kick the shit out of him earlier than he should have.
I guess that's true.
Why would he kick the shit out of him? He's a
'Cause
sickly
he
old
sucks.
He sucks. He
That whole
farts
family
at the dining room
sucks.
table and wafts it through the air for everyone to smell his gastritis.
Well, no one else was there when that happened.
Oh, they were all around.
No.
They were behind the
'Cause they're
camera.
like, what the fuck?
They were like, what is that?
They're in the room.
That a Dorito?
Oh, I guess you didn't see them like clearing out and running to the only open window because he had been doing that for a while.
And if we had projectile vomit, and we would have seen them chunks. And here's how we do it. You get the fart, you get the whole other families there. They take one smell, they all run to the window, they start throwing up all over each other, and rain of vomit comes down onto the priest, and that's how he's introduced into the house. And they're like, am I here to do an exorcism? And they're like, no, your friend just farted.
And this happens in the Adam Sandler Netflix remake of Thirst. Where, of course,
Oh my god. If Adam Sandler made Ganja and Hess.
But he would play both Ganja and Hess.
But goddamn, it's been a week. I'm tired of being a fucking vampire. This is really hard.
At least here it's like a year.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. And I mean, he's a man of God. So doing all this is really against what he was before. This isn't just some weird dude who was obsessed about trying to figure out this vampirism thing and maybe become one. It was an accident.
Yeah, he didn't ask for it.
He didn't ask for it. Yeah.
Well,
And he had some guy wailing in his tree. That'd be depressing.
always is. Now we alluded to it before, but the first time the priest goes over and sees all the family and sees hot wife, he looks at her, and then he goes back to his place, and he's slapping his gopher down.
Beating his meat.
But it
Up
sounds
his
like
leg.
he's doing something else.
Because there's a lady making noises too.
Well, that's in his head.
Is that in his head? Or, because at this point, he's staying at the house, right?
No.
No, he's never staying at the house?
Until you see his coffin in the basement, he ain't staying there.
Until I see the closet that has been knocked
Yeah, the
over.
closet in the basement.
Brilliant. I love it so much. Best thing. Okay. Because I was worried that what he was hearing was either in his head or that he was just hearing paper thin walls. And he was having to hear Sicko Boy just railing.
Yeah. No, they don't hump.
No, he does. Do you see him humping? I
He
saw him
air
humping
humps, 'cause
air.
One of the lines that you don't get is that she has to help him masturbate because I guess he doesn't know how to do it.
Now that's the kind of cussing you can get behind.
So
Looking at you, fellas.
Oh, a reach around. I get it.
it's a weird dude.
He's a weird dude.
He needs his mom to do everything for him, but she won't
You
do
think
that.
Are you sure she won't do that?
I got you your cousin wife to do that.
That's
for
why
you.
that's why
bet
I
she
groomed a little
would.
girl all these years because no other woman is gonna touch you. I had to claim one for you. Get in there early.
You know what? This being a vampire, it's real hard. But I think I'm gonna let you in on it. Let you in on my secrets. So now you know I'm a vampire. And look at this. I can jump around. I can hold you in my arms while
I
doing
can
it. It's
jump
totally
up to
not gonna break your
any
neck.
third floor women's bathroom
Woo! This is
I
fun.
can dangle upside down from the roof,
like a bat, like a freaky bat.
which is awesome.
Yeah, he does that.
Sneak around. He takes her. They go bang in the hospital in the coma patient's room. They're just like, yeah, look, man, no one's gonna come in here at night unless he codes or something. Like, we can just bang and look, like he's fine. He's totally cool with it. And then they get, they bang all night. Wake up in the morning. She's like stealing his eggs because he's gonna coma. He ain't gonna eat them.
That's true. He's not gonna eat him.
Yeah, and then like she's drinking some shit, and then she's like, "Are you hungry?" And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "Did you eat?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then she like walks out and comes back in, and he's laying on the floor, sucking on his Capri Sun, and she's like, "No." And then she runs away, and he's like, "Oh, I thought she knew."
Yeah, where do you think all these jumping powers came from? You think they came from the big mushroom that leveled me up and now I can jump higher? No.
Yeah, as you've seen here, no big mushrooms going on.
No big mushrooms, no Yoshis, no capes, no flowers.
You ain't no princess.
But you could be.
Could be
my
So, like,
vampire
that's-
princess.
So yeah, this is when he follows her, back to the house and hangs upside down, comes through the bathroom window, freaks the shit out of her, like, don't scream. We can run away together, though. We can be together for, but don't scream.
Okay, yeah, I hear you. I want to do that. When are we going to kill my husband?
Well, I mean, I don't really have a reason to. It's not like he beats you or anything.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do anything to you.
Oh, okay. Cut to her
And
doing
then
a little
she's
bit
like,
of self-harm to her thighs.
What if I told you he did?
Did he?
Was she
But
doing
what
that
if I told you?
only because... Had she be doing self-harm before is my question. I couldn't tell if all those bruises on her thighs were fresh, because some of them kind of looked like older and healed ones to me.
I mean, because of her life situation, I wouldn't be surprised if she did, but I don't know that they explicitly said that she had.
Okay.
The only thing we know is that he never touched her.
Yeah, if
That
she
is the
had been,
point.
she could have showed right off the bat, like, hey, look what he's done to me.
Now, she does like to play a game with those scissors where her husband's sleeping and he sleeps with his mouth open, and she likes to go teabagging him with some scissors. And that's going to come back later in some regret, maybe.
There must have been a lot of laughter that day on set, because I was fucking dying. She's just like, and it gets the scissors like into his mouth, back out, over and over again. Hilarious.
I think she should have stabbed at the end. She goes really quick and then stabs the waterbed. So then he has to sleep with wetness.
Oh, and he drowns.
Well, yeah. That could have been a foreshadowing, dude.
Or 5 shadowing, depending on how far ahead it is.
It's not
It's a
that far
4-hour
ahead,
movie.
so it'd be 3 shadowing
3 shadowing at least.
at most.
You know what? Let's continue our affair. Let's you'll sneak out in the night. We'll go hook up somewhere. We're gonna have a grand old time. But you know what? What happens if husband wakes up and I'm not in bed? I gotta go walk around and find you. So, snotty husband's out walking around, searching the city high and low for his wife.
I don't think he looked that far.
No, I think he went like outside and he's like, well, guess she's
Ain't
gone
out
forever.
here.
He goes back inside, goes to bed. They all wake up in the morning. We hear the sound of tools, and mother-in-law has put in a lock on the outside of their bedroom door to lock them in there. What the fuck?
I think at this point, Priest is sleeping in the closet in their house.
I think so too. But I mean, who the hell thinks that's a rational move? Oh, she disappeared. I better lock them both in there. What if one of them
Well,
has
they
to
think
take
she's sleepwalking.
Yeah, but what if one of them has to take a night shit?
You just do it,
Oh no.
you know?
Working on my night shits. Yeah, that happens. So if I ever think you're sleepwalking, then I'll lock you in your bedroom, Daniel.
Okay.
I got you, fam. And then you just have your night shits in the corner.
Already does.
Well, you know what? We can't have this whole lock-in in the bedroom. That's going to stop our fucking.
Yeah, that's a big, like, if you can't come out to play with me, I don't like that.
And also, like, I hear him abusing you again, even though it's just you stabbing yourself. So I'm gonna vampire up to your window here. Come in here. I'm gonna stand in here awkwardly. And you're gonna be like, what? No, man, don't do that. Like, think of the evidence.
You're
Like,
not
don't
in
do
here,
that.
man.
Not in here. Like, come on, man.
I sleep in here.
Yeah, this is my waterbed, man.
This is where I'm gonna have to shit in that corner because I can't go to the bathroom anymore. Not at night.
Or hang my ass out the window. You know what we do? You and me, we go fishing in the dark with him.
I was gonna ask, how does that help the situation? Oh, with him. Oh, so we're gonna go fishing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
That's illegal. How are we gonna do that?
if only we knew
Hey.
somebody.
Yeah. Retired police chief said, you know what? Go to this lake. We got rid of that monster that lived in the lake,
Yeah.
but it's still illegal to fish there. But you can go fish there. Take a little boat. You three go have a grand old time.
I heard you got rid of the monster, but some of its eggs are still there.
They're always.
Oh
his
no, that's a
eggs.
common misconception. That wasn't in a lake.
No, I saw that little girl, and she's raising eggs. They're right there.
No,
she's
that was
hugging
a
a
river.
monster right now. I'm looking at her do it.
That's
Oh
not
wait,
a lake.
she's growing up to be 16 in front of my eyes. They age so fast. It's
They
a river.
do.
They age so fast.
Yes, it's a river.
It's a lake.
It was called
It's
the
not
lake.
a lake.
It was called the lake.
Not one lake in that movie.
Look at this guy. Look at Lake Flaccid over here.
Oh shit, little dick.
No, that's not
No,
what
it's
I
just
said.
it's just flaccid. It's just flaccid. It could be
It's
fucking
big.
It could
It's
be
just-
no.
huge.
You guys misunderstand me. I'm saying Ryan's being a little dick right now.
Oh yeah, you are, you little bitch.
Goddamn, little dick energy over there. LDE.
Some real LDE gonna pee on a plane energy over there.
You got some real husband-son
Gonna
energy
pee
going on right now.
On a plane.
Yeah, that guy who got angry and then just peed in the middle of the plane. Had a little dick. There's a picture of it.
I'm not
Wait,
familiar with this story. I missed this one.
was it at least in Korea, so it's on topic?
No, it's not.
Fair.
All
So
right,
you know what?
What are we using as
We
bait?
go out this.
It was kind of, I don't think it was established.
That's important, and they didn't tell us.
They didn't tell us. That was neat to know.
They didn't
Also,
tell us what we were fishing for.
they didn't tell us how far away the quarry was. Because I'm wondering, like, yo, dog, there was already one scene where you were woke up in the dark and your ass it'd be cooking a little bit. So if you stay out too late, you're gonna burn. So that's one thing we know about the
I
vampires.
didn't see that scene either.
Daniel watched the wrong version of this movie.
I
mean,
watched
I've got
it
I have the Blu-ray. I could
without understanding what anyone was saying, and I still know more than Daniel. Look at that.
Well, that's not true. I've seen this like 3 or 4 times.
Just never these scenes.
Just not
never the
these
scenes that
scenes.
you guys are talking about.
So they're sitting there on the boat, and priest and wife are sitting there talking, and the wife is like, you know, the sun will come up faster than you think. It's already 9 o'clock.
Can we fucking do this already?
Like, let's go. Like, and he starts to reach for a knife. She's like, no. Think about like the evidence and stuff. The cops will see it. And she's like, put the knife down. And then the husband's sitting over there holding his fishing pole, awkwardly staring at him. And he's like,
guys?
yeah, put the knife down.
Guys? What are we doing out here? Guys? You and me fishing in the dark?
What's going on?
No.
That was hilarious.
Some good face acting.
Yeah, goes over there and starts just like choking him out, and then the husband dude knocks them both into the water, and somehow husband dude gets up, and then vampire priest sharks him, gets him back down, kills him, comes back up. Then he tells wife while he's in the water, he's like, "Hey, yo, I can still bring him back up. He can still survive. You sure you want to do this? Will that make you happy?" And she's like, "Duh, bitch."
Kill him.
Oh, I don't have to. I mean, I can just leave him there now.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure this won't come back to haunt us the way we chose
Put a
to
rock
do
on
this.
Nothing
good.
bad is put a rock. Did I throw a rock right on his chest? Smart move. Keep the body down.
Well, no, what he says is there's a small, like, house that's under the water,
Yeah.
and he found a closet
How
in
did
there.
that happen?
Someone was probably living where it wasn't always a
Man-made.
quarry, right?
A man-made lake or something.
Yeah.
Like the lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah,
Whole bunch of houses under there allegedly.
that they fucking flooded out all those people.
With no warning.
No, that's Deliverance.
No, watch Ozark. They talk about it.
Yeah, but they also make it seem like a more interesting place than it is.
Very
so
blue.
There's other lies.
Very blue.
Dabba dee dabba die.
I've been to the lake. It ain't that blue.
No, sometimes I'd say it's even green.
That's because all
I'm
the
not
bodies
just talking
are...
about. I'm not just
coming
talking
back
about
to
the
God.
water. The whole. It's got like how
A
to
blue
let us know
people?
that you're in like Mexico. They put it like a yellow piss filter on everything,
Yeah.
even though that ain't it. This had
Yeah.
a blue filter. It ain't that blue.
One day
dog.
maybe I'll watch that show. but probably not.
Probably not. Tune in to our Ozark podcast, Lake Boys.
Now,
Like, boys!
they're taking a chance calling the cops because they got to wait for the cops to come down there, right?
Yeah.
That's why they needed to do this quick.
Okay.
And that's why because the interview could take a while, but also that's why they had the brilliant plan of flipping the whole boat over and partially drowning the girl to really sell it.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Also, because you want to get her maybe to a hospital, and so you could be like, I need to ride with her. You got to get out of the sun. That's my main point, because the sun will come up at some point.
It does come up tomorrow. So you know what? The retired police chief gets a call. He's like, hey man, but like, I didn't tell you could fish here.
Keep my fucking name out your mouth.
Like, don't tell them I said you could.
Why is he even there?
You know, you can quit the job, but the job don't quit you.
I guess that's true.
You know, and he's probably off on his
Why
own
is
like
he there?
retired Korean
Well, he's
cop
there
film.
because he's in charge of security at the quarry, and I guess this is technically his fuck up.
Whoops.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to be like getting witness statements. That's not his job anymore.
No, but he's in charge of this area.
And he's in charge of getting them to keep their fucking mouths shut about him.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about it.
Yeah.
I didn't say you could do it. I didn't say drown.
I don't even fucking know you.
Who are you?
Mahjong? That's
Mahjong?
for the Chinese.
You know what? Fart. Yeah, I don't recognize that fart at all. I don't know who you people are.
The bubbles come up under the water.
Like, did you hear that? No, I know.
Son!
Something is familiar.
It's got gastritis.
It gets us all eventually.
So
you know what?
What happens? His mom is sad.
Mama's sad. We overhear the
She
mom
drinking
saying
now.
that.
Oh,
She's drinking hard now.
heavily.
At some point, we overheard the mom say that like the daughter-in-law would eventually get the house if she died. So I'm like, that's nice of her.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe it's all-
who else is she going to leave it to
Yeah,
now?
who else is gonna get it?
Sell it, give it to charity.
Nah. This woman? Nah.
A charity in her son's name.
Nah.
It's the gastritis scholarship prevention fund.
Don't pop any of the balloons at their parties. That's all we're saying.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh
my
no.
God. Oh my God.
So mommy's drinking so much she goes catatonic.
She has a little bit of a fit.
A little bit. That's going on.
And this is funny when they've got her in the hospital. They're like, this is why, guys, this is why you need to eat healthy and not drink so much.
Yeah, exactly. Blind priest is at this point, I think, wanting vampire priest to turn him into a vampire so he can see again.
Oh.
And he's like, nah, dog.
You don't want this.
No, I do. Let
You
me
don't know
touch
what I
you.
got.
What's this?
No,
This
being a
feels like your
vampire
pus.
sucks.
Really?
But I'll
Why do you do it?
I'll turn my new lady friend. I didn't do it on purpose. I was trying to help people. But then, like, I woke up a vampire. And now I gotta walk around being a vampire priest. And I'm not doing a very good job at either one of them.
That's because you can't have both. You gotta commit to one.
Is this where he kills Father Priest?
With the wine opener.
Yeah.
Mother bitch.
Because Father Priest is all, no, I want to suck your blood. This is what's happening in my head. I want to
Yeah,
suck your
but
blood
what if
so
instead
bad.
of that, I sucked your blood after popping you open like a wine? Huh?
I wasn't
And then I just-
anticipating
I
that.
don't turn you.
Oh, you stabbed me. Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
Pop that cork open.
I'm a
And then when
gusher.
that's happening, that fucking cat from Lift to Hell walks by again. Cats at all these fucking Asian hospitals. And while that's going on, you see Chow Yun Fat running along the rooftops,
And he's like, hey,
trying to
I want to do that.
escape. Yeah.
I bet I could
It's
do
our
that.
Asian cinematic universe.
And an ancient ancestor's like, soon, priest, you'll be like me. And that's when he's like, oh,
Oh no.
How soon?
Am I gonna eat babies too?
do I need them squished into a jelly or can I just eat them?
Can I just slurp them?
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
And then the giant pig walked by.
And he got turned into a vampire pig. Oh no.
So
So
can
yeah.
you
Yeah.
one of you explain to me why the other gentleman who's coming over for mahjong? I guess this is after mommy has gone to the hospital. Decides, you know what you need, newly widowed woman, is to ride this.
I think that was her choice, not his choice. Well, obviously he played a part, but
Wait, what?
She jumped his bones
she jumped his bone
5 times.
5 times.
And then just left. I assumed it was so she could get the cake for free. Because in the very next scene.
She's got needs during the day that can't be met because what's his dick is sleeping all the time.
Oh, so they have had sex before?
It's not explicitly spelled out, but I would say yeah.
Because this looked like a rape to me.
No.
Yeah, because he's like getting physical with her. They get up off the couch. She pushes him away. he grabs her, starts trying to pull her underwear down, and she kicks him away.
Oh, I didn't see this scene.
And then he grabs her and pulls her down. And then she's in like this fugue state where she's on top of him. And then they both kind of get up and are just going to pretend it didn't happen, I guess. So without hearing what anyone said, in my head, I'm like, he's saying, oh, you've been with that sick man so long, you probably need a real man to take care of you. I'm here. And she's like, yeah, but you nasty. And he said, nasty for your ass.
So if we combine this scene not being
Kenny
in
needs
my
to tell me
movie,
what actually happened then.
and then you not having subtitles, who fuck knows what happened?
I think this is all part of her like her shtick. So it's one of two things. Either that's kind of the weird foreplay that those two have, or she's been in this abusive, like mentally, psychologically abusive situation her whole life. It's to the point to where she gets pushed around thinking she doesn't want it, and then it starts happening and she's like, well, I guess I do want it then.
I'm going with option B.
Or, it's like I said, she's like, nah, she's into it because they do it like 5 times. And then he's like, how could you just do it like 5 times? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the fugue state thing.
Yeah, she's like, nah, I like doing it. That's what she says.
Interesting. It's a real Game of Thrones situation, Daniel. You know what I'm saying?
But then the next scene, she has a cake. And I'm like, was she doing it to get a free cake?
I don't think
I
it was
didn't
worth
see
a free
scene
cake.
with a cake.
They have a birthday for the old lady.
Oh wait, yeah, I did see that. I remember.
You
Yeah.
know? And she's like,
Apple-eyes.
here's your birthday. Slap!
Yeah,
Chris
and
is
then
like,
he
don't
slaps
do
her.
that.
Don't fucking hit her.
You don't do that. Why not? Also,
Because we're not violent
look,
people.
I know the priest is new to the dating scene and he hasn't gotten around, but can he not recognize crazy eyes? Because newly widowed woman, she had crazy eyes before, she has crazy eyes now, she's gonna have hella crazy eyes later. Can he just not recognize crazy?
I mean, you'd think
Am
he
I
would
alone in
because,
this?
like,
No,
He-
you're
he
not
straight
wrong.
he straight up vampire bites her a couple times during sex.
And she
she's just
like it.
and he's like, oh, I'm sorry I hurt you. He's like, no, I'm into it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's fine. But when they have those giant eyes that look at you and you're like, oh, that's madness.
And then you look at me, and I look at
Fine,
you.
that's fine.
It's
Looking at
all
you,
good.
looking at
so
me.
We have a little slap fight. It's like regular, bodies up in here. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a birthday party. And she's like, really? I've never actually had a birthday party. They never gave me a birthday party. It's like, yeah, dog. And then he proceeds to pick up the recliner with the old
This-
lady in it.
Well,
Poor
he
guy
doesn't want to do it
has
in
to
front of
carry
her.
so much shit. He has to carry this old lady. At some point, he carries her up a flight of stairs. That's why I'm saying he's fucking jacked.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Wife carries the mom in the chair too for
She's
a second
jacked
before she
also.
forgets. She forgets. So
That was funny.
we're trying to bang here, but we can't get this ghost of your dead husband out of our heads. We're both seeing him. You're all wet from the ghost.
What is he-
Think the waterbed popped.
What is he doing in your visions?
He's just pelvic thrusting on the bed.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it's
Mine,
fine.
he has a
It's
rock
fine.
on his bloated body while he's doing it.
Yeah, but you know what? We just ignore it. It's fine. I'm gonna take you to Pound Town, and visually, it's gonna be him in between us, which is hilarious.
There is actually a movie where a woman is dating a man, and the man's
That
wife
happens a lot.
man's wife died. Okay, and she learns a little bit about the wife, and then every time the two of them have sex, she envisions the wife either coming into the room or rising up between the bed. Basically, what's happening here. Go ahead, check that out. I don't know the name of it. You can find it.
Okay, I'll just Google
Probably
that.
not.
If you
on
Google
one of my
that
fucking
stream of
documentary
consciousness,
websites.
I bet you're good. Not on that one, Daniel. I bet you're gonna
Oh.
find it.
So it's not a documentary. I understood. Okay, gotcha.
No. This is a movie.
Cool. Before we get towards the end game part of this movie, I want to talk about some of the comedy of this movie so far. When he was frustrated after he couldn't take her with him out of the bathroom earlier, he's walking down the street
Punches
and he
the
angrily
light pole.
punches a light pole. And then he like scream, and then like the light pole like bends in half, and then at some point like he picks up and throws something in frustration. Was it a dude? What did he
The
throw?
body of the father priest.
Yeah, the body of the father priest. He fucking chucks that, and he just flies off practically to Neverland. Like he is gone.
It's
I
over
didn't
the
get that
horizon.
scene either.
It's
No,
No?
Oh my god,
Oh,
it is
it's so
hilarious.
good because you're waiting for the splash,
he's-
Daniel. We're waiting, and
There's
there's
never a
and
splash.
we never see it come down. We never
Father
hear a
priest goes up.
splash. It just goes up and it's gone.
And he's gone. He's out of there.
So is that establishing the cliffs that he likes that he takes him
Yes.
back to at the end?
Yes.
I mean, later vampire wife fucking throws a guy over a wall, and that's still like them with this power is hilarious. They're jumping around
They're
later.
weightless.
It's hilarious. Okay, so we're trying to bang, but the ghost is there and it's bothering us.
The ghost
You know
is
what?
here. He won't let us bang. He's real.
Maybe I'm feeling really guilty about this. You know, maybe I just want to die and be with him.
Whoa.
That what you want? You want to die and be with him? You want me to just kill you right now?
Yeah.
I don't think she expected him to do it because he did it.
Fucking snaps her little neck.
Unless it was a gamble.
Maybe he'll turn me.
Yeah, because she'd been asking, and she's like, you know what? He's already put this pussy on a pedestal.
That's true.
If I die, he ain't gonna want to live without that. But the real gamble there is assuming he knows how to make her a vampire.
Which he almost didn't because he couldn't get.
He couldn't get it, yeah.
His wounds were healing too quick, so he couldn't get any blood out.
Yeah, eventually, like, he slices his wrist over and over again, and then he, like, shoves it in her mouth. It's, like, forcing it, then she starts, like, suckling him, but I'm like, wait a minute. She's already dead. She shouldn't be able to suckle.
Yeah,
but okay.
From my experience, dead people can't suckle.
Dead people can't suckle. That's the name of my new autobiography.
What's it about?
Necrophilia.
But this is an autobiography.
Oh, no. An autoerotic biography.
That's self-love?
Self-love, baby.
Autoerotic exfoliation. You guys ever get into that?
Oh, I exfoliate everywhere.
You need a broom to follow him.
Yeah.
What?
It's just, the foliation is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Because I X'd it. So, you know what? We bring her back to life.
Wake
we're like,
me
oh, yeah,
up.
shit. Like, hey, guess what? You're a vampire now. She's like,
Happy birthday.
that's what I always wanted. Got you. All right, but I have a way of doing things. Like, I ain't trying to kill nobody. I'm trying to, like, peacefully take this blood for people that want to die.
Yeah, fuck
stuff
that.
Like
T-Rex
that
want to
sounds
hunt.
stupid.
That's dumb. And plus, you already killed my husband. Like, that was your idea. Yeah, but you did it. And then later it's like, wait, he wasn't abusing you. I was trying so hard not to kill people, and you lied to me. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun, though, and the blood tastes better. Like, she goes walking down the road and throws herself in front of a car, bounces off the windshield. Guy gets out to help her. She stabs him in the neck and starts chucks him over the wall, starts draining him. Like, she's just killing random people. And he's like, hey, man, we ain't trying to do that. It's like, how many is it going to take to satisfy your hunger? She's like, 500? I don't know. Let's go get him. We're having a rooftop battle. We're bouncing around.
They're
It's
just
like some
chasing
real
each
phantom.
other, Kenny. This isn't.
Yeah.
This isn't
No,
the
no.
Neo Mr. Smith battle.
It's a rooftop battle. I was going to say Phantom Dust.
I mean, this is not
Phantom Dust.
the Witch from Nepal battle that we all loved and enjoyed.
Oh, the one scene that was, like, good.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
that.
It's not that.
It's more
And
like
so they're
Crouching
flying
Tiger
around.
when they're just jumping on the trees.
We're children, jumping around. And she jumps, and then she thinks she's looking around like, where the hell did he go? And she's like, whatever. And she goes to jump again. Fooled her. He's right under her. She goes to jump. He grabs her ankle. She slams her face right into another wall. And then he's hanging her there.
It's
and then
funny.
she says it's hilarious. And then she's like, screw you, man. I'll do it myself. And then he lets her go. She falls on her face. And then he goes down there, and then he resets her nose. And he's like, you suck.
No, you suck.
But like, oh yeah, but you got my blood in you, so like, I'm in charge, okay? I'm the boss. We're gonna go home. We're gonna, continue trying to take care of catatonic mommy.
Why don't we eat
fuck.
mommy?
Why don't we set her up as a little blood bag, like
Priest
coma
is
patient?
got like he's got morals, and for some reason that ain't it, you know?
Hey, even though she's a horrible person.
Because she
But you
can't
know what,
really
though?
defend herself.
Neither could Pugman, and he still
Yeah,
fed
but
on him.
Pugman was hitting the wife, you know, or not Pugman.
No.
Pugman's in a coma, and it wouldn't hurt him.
Pugman's only crime was that he loved cake. Daniel.
Pugman.
That's not a
Pugman's
crime, damn it.
basically dead.
Yeah, and he would have.
This
wanted
lady's
to
still
feed
alive. She
him.
can watch lots of TV.
Her and I have a lot
This
in
lady's
common.
living a dream. But they're at home, and you know what? All this night fighting and shit going on, they lose track of the time. What day is it?
It's Mahjong Day.
Like, they're still gonna come over and play mahjong, even though like the son just died and the mom is catatonic.
Yeah, who are they going to play mahjong with?
With the
Yeah,
priest.
maybe we take a week off. The priest couldn't play.
Well, the priest learned. He's very good now.
Widow never got to play because she had to keep heating up water bottles.
And the Filipino girl, she'll help the mom. The mom will blink yes if she wants to play the thing or what. I don't know how mahjong works, but yeah.
Yeah. Quick blink for yes, long blink for no.
Well, not a long blink. A long blink would be like falling asleep during the game.
But what if I gave mommy some applesauce
Vodka.
with a little bit of blood inside? Just a little.
Now, does this come into play in a deleted scene that I didn't get?
You didn't get a scene where,
No, I
She has
got
the
that.
jar
I just
of
didn't
shit.
get a scene of anything coming of it.
well, that's how she's getting back her faculties enough because to be able to blink and then
Blink
eventually
or tap her fingers.
scratch
Because
the
of
character
the,
into the table.
Okay.
That was very awkward though. Props her mouth open and like taps the jar of
I
applesauce into her
understand.
mouth. It's weird. But yeah, but then at the table though, that was vodka that the other dude's wife was trying to spoon into her mouth. Like, hey, let's just get wasted.
Well, she likes it.
Yeah, let's get swifty.
Let's shit on the floor.
Shit on the floor. She's like, oh yeah, KLD. Like, oh, what does that mean? Oh, killed. Oh, that's weird.
That's
And
not how you spell killed. I'll point that out.
And
the
killed isn't a
priest-
word.
Yeah, killed it.
You killed me.
Killed it. You killed it.
Killed
me.
is a word.
KILLD?
ED.
Killed.
Well, she spelled KLD.
Yeah.
Killed
She
is
spelled-
100% a word.
You got to pronounce the ED like Ed.
Killed.
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 You killed me.
No, it's just killed. Except if you're that one lady from fucking Sweet Blood of Jesus, you killed it.
You killed it
There's a
in
few
me.
more.
Yeah. You
There's a
gotta
few more
say it, Daniel,
did-it-is.
like that woman did. Come
Yeah.
on.
Come on. So like she rats him out, and they're like, "Wait, blink, yes." Like, "Oh yeah, wait, they killed your son?" Yeah.
Mom's
yeah,
being
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put her to bed by lifting up her whole chair and taking her. Oh, I shouldn't be able to do this.
I'm gonna put her back down.
Whoops.
I'm gonna hide behind priest man. Oh, I'm gonna come back out.
The Filipino wife starts like freaking out, screaming. So then,
All right, fine.
widow wife like decides to do the same thing, like she's mocking her. Then the priest walks away, and he just starts going around casually, shutting blinds, locking doors, and they're all just standing there, like letting them. And then the hunt is on.
Well, then the old chief is like, well, I think it's time to. I gotta go.
See you, bitch. They don't get out of there.
No, she turns his head into a Pez dispenser.
Yeah, and then we got like a Scooby-Doo chase sequence in and out of doors, locking the husband of the Filipino wife runs into one bedroom and shuts it in front of his wife's face. She can't get in there, so then she runs, and then widow chick busts into that room after a tug of war starts eating him.
She Luthers the door. Well, no, she doesn't Luther the door. She straight up rips it off the.
Rips it off the hand. Yeah, the priest goes up there and he's snacking. He's snacking.
It looks
on-
like he's snacking.
Well,
on the other lady.
what happens
but-
is, so Filipino wife comes running down the hallway. He grabs her, throws her into the closet which has the middle-aged doctor's body in it.
Oh yeah, because we killed him earlier.
Yeah, because he
I
came
didn't
over
see that.
for a reason. Why'd he come
Well,
over?
okay, first off, after she had all the sex with him and she's walking out of the night and the vampire dude walks up to her, he's like sniffing all around her and sniffs her like hoo-ha.
Oh, yeah. Let
Well,
me
no,
smell
like,
your
he can-
dick.
Yeah, like, he smells the coochie. And that was before she brings the cake home. So he's like, that ain't cool. So, they kill him. Whatever. Yeah, so then we think he's over there feeding on the Filipino lady after what's-her-face is chomping on her husband.
I thought he was doing this because he thought she was going to torture her. And he's like, that ain't cool. Let me just take her out clean,
Take her out.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out, faked it.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, he didn't bite her. He's got morals. He ain't gonna do that. He's like, this ain't cool, man. Like,
Well,
all
it's
right, we
'cause
gotta
she's
go,
Catholic.
though. Yeah, she's Catholic. Can't do that to her. She kissed the ring earlier in the movie.
Yeah, these other people are godless heathens.
Godless heathens. But you know what? We gotta go. Grab mom.
Why?
Road
Get in
trip.
the car.
I know we're going on a road trip, but why do we need to bring mom?
Cops are gonna be coming. Well, we need road snacks.
Okay.
Plus,
She
she's our
likes to ride in
responsibility.
the car. It'll soothe her to sleep.
Yeah.
It's like a toddler.
Yeah. So what are we doing? We're just driving around here. You know what? Maybe we're gonna go on a nice long trip. And she's like, well, I mean, you better hurry up though. The sun will come up eventually. It always does. And-
Anywho, I'm gonna take a little nap.
Because that's what vampires do. They have a sleep at night.
She's
Well, I mean,
had
it's
a big
long
day.
drive. So she had a big day. Her tummy's all full.
Somebody's all
Full tummy,
She got the itis.
the rhythmic rolling of the tires and the little jostling. You're just like, oh, this is nice. This is nice.
Mm.
And he just they had like one of those DVD players in a car, with a screen, and he had just put on Mission to Mars, so she's gone.
Oh, shit.
I was going to go with hello, I'm Ridley Scott.
Hello, I'm Ridley Scott. And today I'm going to talk about Alien. It was the third film in my career. Or second film. I don't know. Follow the doula. Ridley and I went to bed many a time.
They went to bed
I've
together
slept with Ridley Scott
many times.
so many times.
Never Tony.
Did Tony Scott direct Hannibal? Or was that also Ridley Scott?
Did he do a commentary?
Yeah.
I must say it's Tony. Are they related?
Yeah. I thought they were like brothers, but they're also directed.
And lovers.
And
That's
I'm
what
not,
I
I ain't saying
thought they
that.
were
You did not
brothers
hear that from me.
And also lovers.
No.
You gotta
No,
listen
Hannibal,
to the commentary.
Hannibal was still Ridley.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
so I've only gone to bed with one of the Scotts.
Didn't Tony do Top Gun?
Does that have an audio commentary?
Probably.
Probably does. Don't know.
Don't know. Never listened to it. We're driving off. We go back to his favorite cliff. She's asleep. Mom's back there. Can't do shit. He breaks the key off in the ignition. Gets out of the car. It wakes her up. And he's just sitting there chilling. Like, I'm going to watch the sunrise. And she wakes up. She's like, oh, fuck. Grabs his dumb ass. Tries to throw him back in the car. She sits down. Sees the keys broke off in the ignition. Now, she's got vampire strength. I think she could turn the ignition.
I thought he threw the keys in the ocean.
Well, he snapped the key in the ignition and threw the keys. But I'm like, you could probably turn that.
Will it work just by turning
It depends on, it's 2009. I'm going to say it's possible.
If she had turned the car on, he would have started stealing wheels and shit.
He would have started ripping
Yeah.
wires out because in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, you go ahead and do that. Oh, you're not going to come inside the car with me? Fine. You'll sit on that dash. I'm going to go, Miss Ryan, I'm going to the trunk. And then next I see her throwing luggage out. I'm like, yes, woman, that's what we do. Pull it down. And then he like breaks off the lid, throws it on the ground. You're like, I can get that back, motherfucker. That ain't no problem.
Yeah.
I'll go get it back. And that's what she does. But then we have a tussle because he takes
back
it
in.
and he wants to skip it across the ocean. What? No.
So then you think maybe she's given up, but no, now she's laying under the car in a shallow hole she
And I'm
dug.
like, that's fine. You go underneath the car. But then he moves the car. I'm like, you are starting to piss me off.
Yeah,
like,
but then she gives up.
Well, then she tries to run one direction, and she's like, oh, wait.
Oh,
And she looks the other one's like, oh, man.
fuck.
And then she like goes and sits down with him on the car. And I'm like, I still, like, do you need to breathe? Like, just go dive down into that ocean.
And that's what I thought. And then I'm remembering back to the scene when he was in the lake and it looked like he was gasping for air.
Yeah, you do need to breathe.
So apparently they still need to breathe. So otherwise I'm with you. Yeah, dive into the water.
I feel like if you wash up somewhere, you'll come back to life. It'll be fine. Nope, I guess we're going to sit here and we're going to do a 30 days a night. And he's like, I wanted to live forever with you, but you kind of suck.
You showed you're crazy way too early in this
Way too
forever
early.
relationship.
I mean, I should have
So I guess
recognized
after-
it just by looking at you, but I was thinking I was choking the Pope,
I was choking a Pope.
and the Pope, after he was done choking, he pointed at you, and I said, okay, don't argue with the great
Okay.
compass.
Yep.
Look where it got me.
Yeah. So now we'll just spend eternity in hell together.
well, you don't know they're
How's that
going to
sound?
hell.
Well, she says once again, because earlier in the movie she said she doesn't believe in God or anything like that. So she's like, nah, this is all we had.
Yeah, and you blew it.
You blew it. She puts the shoes back on her, and then they ride into the sunset together. And the mom's in the back of the car just staring like, what the
Hey,
fuck?
he put on some music for her at least,
And he took out the headrest so she could see better.
so she can see. Look.
Real gentleman.
Oh, we forgot to mention on their drive up, he makes a little stop at a campground where all those you're so holy, you're so special.
I gotta destroy this shit.
I am not a martyr. What I am is a rapist. Don't you ever forget it.
Yeah. Rolls in there, just plows this lady real quick,
Well, no.
stands up.
No, he doesn't plow her real quick.
She has her clothes on. She screams as he's getting.
Well, this is the plan.
This is where we get Kenny's favorite scene. The only scene he cares about.
He stands up, turns around,
with
flashes
the penis.
wang
Yeah.
right at the camera.
And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Then
go.
we start throwing rocks at him,
And I said-
hitting him.
Ouch.
Yeah. And then he's like, take a picture to last longer.
You ain't
'Cause
never gonna
literally, I'm
see
gonna go
these
burn up
cheeks
here in a
again.
minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
take a good look.
Yeah.
Good long look.
They burn. And as I'm watching, I'm going, they're not dying quickly.
No.
Yeah, it's a painful burning to death.
This is a long burn.
Who's
She
gonna have a
probably
real
could have
rough go
pushed
of
him
it?
to the ground and then like crawled under the car, and he
Yeah,
probably
but
wouldn't have been
again-
able to do anything about it.
I-
Or like stole his jacket and put it over her face and stuff.
Yeah, but it's no fun if you're by yourself.
I
Or,
think
like,
she
lay
would have had
down.
fun.
Lay down under the in between the back seat and the front seats and like lay the mom on top of you. Where there's a will, there's a way. And then what? The Filipino lady like wakes up and well, she's gonna have a doozy of a story to tell.
Thirst.
That's the movie. We did it again. We couldn't handle being. When are we gonna watch a vampire movie where they can handle being a vampire? And I'm not talking like we did Last Voyage of the Demeter, and obviously Dracula loves being a Dracula. But like, none of these, we haven't watched a vampire movie yet, I don't think, where someone gets turned into a vampire and likes it.
You want to do Twilight?
No.
Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, if you think about it, though, like, in Lost Boys, did he really like it?
I don't think he did not like it. He didn't have time to find out, because he didn't actually get to eat anybody.
Fair.
All he did was get to bang Bride of Dracula.
He probably liked that.
Yeah, so I bet he was having a great time.
Have a gay old time.
Kenny, you like this movie?
It's a good time. It definitely could have. Some of the scenes went on really long, like
you guys
all
say
the sex
that,
scenes.
But you had like 30 minutes of scenes that I didn't have, so.
That's fair.
This is true. Let me tell you, they cut them.
Yeah, they cut them. This is your fault. Your fault.
You probably got
There
the
are
theatrical
scenes-
release, is what you got.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
There are scenes that got their point across and then kept going on. Like I said, the sex, like some of the sex scenes, I'm like, this is going on for a while. Like, I get it. They're into each other, but like, is he gonna slip up and actually accidentally tear out her throat? And that's gonna make this make sense? Like, no, it just kind of kept going and they finished eventually. And I'm like, oh, what? Okay.
Daniel,
It's an erotic thriller. What?
in the theatrical, do they keep the scene where he's sucking on her toe and she's sucking on
Yeah.
his thumb?
Yeah. Of course, that's the most
It's
hot
like
scene in the movie.
Hallelujah.
It's like an
Okay.
Ouroboros. I do like how her feet heal after she's turned.
Yeah.
I enjoy this movie. I think perhaps if I was going to do rewatch it, I would rewatch it with Daniel in the hopes that it was only 90 minutes long.
I don't know that I would watch this with another person in the room.
Too
Oh,
awkward?
he gets real sexual.
Well, it's just a horny time.
You should probably check it out with the subtitles.
If you were to watch it again, Ryan, I would recommend watching it with the subtitles.
Or I don't know if there is, but I bet a dub would be amusing on this one.
So I laughed a lot because of the humor and the physicality of the performances. So let me ask you this. Will I laugh more if I can actually understand what they're saying?
Yes.
They're like jokes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when they're in the hospital after the mom goes coma and she's like, and the two guys, the police chief and the other guy are like, this is a lesson for us all. Don't eat salty food and I guess drink less.
Or like just the opening story about the man and his cake.
Yeah.
I understood all that just by him like making the cake, the universal cake
So what
gesture.
are cake hands? Is this like, if I do this, you're like, oh, Kenny's carrying a cake. That's cake hands.
Those are cake hands. Now, if you squeeze your fingers, they become something else. But if it's open palms, carrying a cake,
What if it's a pie?
it's pie.
That's one hand.
You could do a one-hand pie, but then it comes to like a pizza. Yeah.
Y'all ain't seen my pie.
No, I have.
Shit. I think if it was going to be this long, they needed to up the humorous scenes
Fight
just
some
a
werewolves.
little bit more. Ooh, Fight Some Werewolves would be good. But like more ridiculous shit. Like of them with their ridiculous powers. Because every time they did it, it was hilarious. I'm like, just a little bit more of that. Get them in a little bit more ridiculous situations to really carry me
I think
through.
they should have turned that white room red with blood.
With blood. You know, I mean, it was amusing. He had to teach her, like, yeah, man, the blood ain't going to pump out. You stop their heart, you idiot. Come on. Well, okay. Well, yeah, but you're not going to just waste them. That seems like a waste of life. Like, go hang them up above the bathtub and cut off their feet. Then let gravity do the work. We'll get some bottles. We'll fill it up.
We'll have a nice drink as we're watching the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this movie. Just the version you and I watched was too long and it needs more editing. Other than that, acting was great. More sex scenes. Make them longer. Make them more cringe.
Cinematography was
Make them
very
cringier.
You know, I tell people, go watch this at least once. You'll have a good time with it.
good. Watch it with your grandma.
Watch it with your grandma as you're giving her a foot bath.
With your tongue.
Well, how else are you going to get in the little in-between parts?
We're in a drought. We're not going to waste water.
Waste not, what not. Something like that.
I see, Daniel, I see the in-betweens of my toes are dry. You know what time it is.
You know what to do, Biden.
You know, where are you, Biden?
Look at these toes.
Where was Biden
As
when my toes
always.
were dry?
I don't know.
I know where he is
No.
when they're moist.
He's down there doing his goddamn job.
As always, I've been your horrible host, Kenny, who once again would probably last longer as a vampire than all these other fuckers. I mean, come on.
Think of all
A
the
week.
time you have to watch TV.
I know, I would catch up on so much stuff. I'd probably watch Gilmore Girls again. Right now, I ain't got the time. I only got one life.
Hey man, I've been,
Bobcat Goldthwait.
I've been a vampire blood donor, Dan.
I've been lost in translation, Ryan.
He's been waiting this whole episode to say that. He had that one geared up. He wrote down a bit.
We don't do bits,
I
Ryan.
actually wrote no notes for this one.
Neither did I, because I had to read it.
I don't do notes. So
And somehow we made it through.